now that we're in the swing of the holiday season and Christmas and everything that comes with it, I asked myself the other day, is Christmas underrepresented in the horror genre? I think the answer is yes. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Nick here at the Lost River Drive-In, and tonight I want to talk to you guys about Christmas horror in general, and really just like holiday horror. I want to give some opinions on it, and I kind of want to look to the future, and I want to talk to you guys because I really want your feedback on this topic because I've really kind of been racking my brain about it recently. Now, I know it's been a couple days since I uploaded. I took a mental sabbatical. I definitely needed some time off to kind of just get my life in order, which never happens, but you try to. And I just didn't really have the energy. But I'm here, I have the energy tonight, and this is a topic I really wanted to talk about. Now, recently I have talked about how Thanksgiving is a super underrepresented holiday in the horror genre. And it absolutely is. I don't even think that's debatable. But I was getting excited for Christmas because I said, oh, there's so many great Christmas horror movies. And you watch a handful of them and you go, I feel like I've watched all the good ones. Now, I know I'm being a little reductive with that statement because, well, good is subjective. You know, somebody might like something that you've never even heard of or that's low budget and nobody likes. I mean, that's really kind of the point of film, is that everybody can get something out of something. I mean, that's just the way it is. And so I watch the bangers that I watch every year, and then I'm just kind of left here like, am I missing something? Well, a quick Google search will show you that no, you're not actually missing something. Christmas is definitely underrepresented, just like Thanksgiving, just like pretty much any holiday aside from Halloween. Why is that? First of all, I think part of it is just the origin of the holiday of Christmas. You know, it is supposed to celebrate the birthday of Jesus. It is a beginning, at least, as a Christian holiday. So I think that, and we've seen this throughout history with movies like Silent Night, Deadly Night, Black Christmas, that will get panned because they are horror films. How dare you make a horror film around Christmas time? And then even as recently as a couple weeks ago when It's a Wonderful Knife came out and certain networks were dragging the fact that there was a Thanksgiving horror movie and a Christmas horror movie out at the same time, and we are losing our way in the world. First of all, that is a ridiculous thing to say. I mean, it's movies. Like, that's the equivalent of the conversation we had decades ago about, do video games make psychopaths? Do movies make psychopaths? No, they don't. They make them more creative, as Mickey would say from Scream 2. But, so I definitely think that's one reason. I think the religious overtones of the holiday and the origin there is definitely a part of it. Also, I think that it has almost, because of that, kind of become sacrilege. Because Christmas is supposed to be like a happy time. Christmas is a time when you get together with family. It's not about death. It's not about anything that's kind of dark and sad and depressing. And so I feel like a lot of filmmakers over the years kind of strayed away from doing that because it was almost like perverted in a sense of like, oh, we're really going to take this holiday, we're really going to do that with it. In my opinion, yes, do it. That's what makes them so great, is that you are taking such a holly jolly, time of year and making it so dark and depressing and drab. Like, that's kind of what we want. We want the antithesis of what we get in every other Christmas movie, and we have to sit through them every year. Give me something a little bit different. So I think those are a couple reasons why. Thanksgiving is an underrepresented holiday simply just because it's not a worldwide holiday. You know, it's mainly an American tradition. Other countries do it, but it's not on the same day. It's not the same, not even for the same reasons. So it's not as easy to market overseas. If you look at the box office numbers from Eli Roth's Thanksgiving, it did very well in the United States for what it is, but it did almost nothing overseas because it's just not a holiday you can really market outside of America. So I kind of understand why Thanksgiving is the same way, why it's underrepresented. And it's also a time to get together with family and be thankful, and it's all positive and it's all upbeat. And that's why Halloween is just so overdone. Halloween is so overdone because it is a holiday about the dead, about what is spooky, about what could go wrong. So when it's October and you're looking for something to watch around Halloween time, you're never going to struggle. There are dozens upon dozens of horror movies that are either centered around Halloween, take place around Halloween, or just take place in the fall in general. So you're never going to run out of material there. But I would never make the argument that Christmas is as underrepresented as a holiday like Thanksgiving, but I definitely think it is severely underrepresented. You've got the heavy hitters at the top. The Black Christmas movies, whichever is your favorite. Everybody knows about those movies. The Silent Night movies, which horror fans know them. I don't think your general audience really knows them, but you know, I'm speaking of horror fans here mainly. You've got P2, you've got Christmas Evil, you've got movies like that. And then once you kind of go over those ones, Krampus also, then you're getting into a lot of the straight to streaming, straight to DVD, super low budget movies that are really, really hard to watch at times. Now you can find some hidden gems in there. Christmas Bloody Christmas is one that, of course, I think of. It comes to mind immediately. But there's also a lot that are super forgettable and just bad. And so Christmas is top heavy. There are some great ones at the top. And then there's everything else. And it sucks because I don't think this time of year it should be sacrilege to do a horror movie. I don't think this time of year it should be sacrilege to kill people in heinous ways on screen. I actually think this time of year is perfect for that. I mean, blood in the snow, like that, just the aesthetic there. So what do we do moving forward? I will say that I think in recent years we have seen an uptick in more mainstream Christmas horror films. I definitely think we've started to see it. And I say mainstream in the sense of like even a movie like It's a Wonderful Knife, for example. That movie was very limited theatrical release. It was like 700 theaters, but it wasn't a movie that just got dumped onto Tubi or whatever it might be. It was a movie that actually had a limited theatrical run that you heard them talking about on the news. That is important. That's a big deal. So I do think we've started to see a trend a little bit, potentially. There's a glimmer of hope that we might see that come about, especially with Thanksgiving also coming out this year. But I think what we need to do moving forward is, I think we kind of need to make it known. I've really liked the kind of campaign with Scream 7, I guess early this year. People are saying, make it a Christmas movie. Make it take place in the winter. I think we just need to make our voices heard more in that department. I think we need to really push for those kind of movies. I also think when those movies do come out, we need to go see them. Whether we end up loving them, hating them, or we're just fine with them, I think we need to go out there and show these studios we want to see more holiday horror. So this isn't just Christmas related. I think it's just holiday horror in general, whether that's Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, Easter. I don't really give a shit what it is. I just think that there needs to be more of it. It's like Halloween has dominated the market, and there's so much more than just Halloween. There's so much untapped potential. And I think we as horror fans need to show that we want that. And there's very simple ways to do that. Go out and support it. But I want to hear what you guys think down below. I want to hear why you think we don't have as many Christmas horror films, Thanksgiving horror films, and what you think we can do moving forward. Why are the ones so top heavy? There's just a few that are really good, and then there's a bunch of middling to bad ones, whereas Halloween is just kind of king. I want to hear down below what you guys think. Let's discuss. I am really interested to hear your guys' thoughts and get your feedback on this. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. This is Nick at the Lost River Drive-In, and I am pulling out.